When Pete came home, he had gotten a letter from Bert Brink if he would work for him and start a hatchery in Chandler. And of course, we didn't know where we were going to live, so we took that up and we started the hatchery, Bert Brink, and then pretty soon he didn't want to always be driving to Chandler, so then he sold it to Pete and Bill Kroon, and that must have been in '46, and then a year later Bill wanted to farm, so Pete bought Bill out. That must have been 1947 then already.
I worked here at Chandler Hatchery at that time. It was helping do whatever had to be done. A lot of times it was with the poultry side of the business. My dad had a breeding flock, so after school I was responsible for collecting the eggs and packing the eggs and bringing them back to town. And we also had the privilege of driving, because I didn't have a license. I'd be able to drive down to where the chickens were and do those chores. So that was probably my reward for working.
And pretty soon they weren't making money with that, so then they went into feed business.
Back in the 60s when Dad put the feed mill in, I think the guy that was running the feed truck said he hauled chicken feed to 89 different places. And those were all 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton batches of poultry feed. So that was probably the heart and soul of the business at that time. In the 70s, I would say, I come back in '69, so as the poultry industry went downhill in this part of the country where people started, where everybody had cows, cattle, hogs, and chickens, the chickens were the first to go. And yeah, so then you started selling more dairy feed, specializing in dairy, and on the swine side more than beef side, but the beef was always there also. Solely on, I think we hatched the last chickens in 1980, so that went away pretty quick after that.
At that time, my husband didn't feel very good, and he had a kidney taken out, and so that was time to take care of the business, so that when the time did come, that he couldn't be there no more. And the boys each started by buying a third or fourth of the business, and that's how the boys took over. And then it came into Chandler Feed, and that's what it is today.
'92. Late in the afternoon, I think we were already had the truck loaded for the next day. About 5:15, I think that the sirens went off. And like most people, the siren went off, so there's a tornado warning. But you really just gotta keep doing what you're doing and keep an eye to the sky. And when the siren went off the second time, I think we got pretty serious, and the fire department started running up and down Main Street telling us that there was something coming. And when 2 guys from the Chandler Co-op come across and said they were going in our basement, my brother and I decided we probably better go with them. And I think about 10 minutes later, it was all over. We lost all our green bins. Really couldn't recognize the west half of town. So you kind of wonder if you're going to be in business again. But through God's grace, we decided we're going to stay in this business because we like it. And I think it was about 4 weeks later we actually had the feed mill running again. We had 4 other feed mills in the area helping us, where we stored grain. They ground feed for us. We sent our trucks there to get it picked up and delivered. probably worked 18 hours a day to get things going again, and decided through that transition we got the opportunity to buy the location we're at today. And so looking back, there was a lot of good that came out of that, but it was very stressful somewhere. I think we're going to continue to grow. I think that's part of our family. Objective is to keep continuing to grow the business, whether that's from adding more locations to adding more customers. We keep going further and further out. I think the family has dreams of growing more than I do even. So that's good.
My name is Kyle Voss. I currently am production manager. That involves some of the ordering of the ingredients, the bagged ingredients, and making sure that things get done in a timely fashion and get done correctly.
My name is Justin Gershell. Currently work in sales and marketing, head up a sales team, and take care of things on that end.
My name is Derek Rochelle. I currently serve as CEO of Chandler Feed Company and risk management. I take care of all the grain marketing and the bulk feed ingredients.
I'm Al Cruiserbrink. I work with the HR quality control stuff, so problem solving and hiring of people, those kind of things.
You know, my dad had brought me into the business at a young age. I figured it was opportune time to bring in the next generation also, so we started transitioning the small percentage of the business to, actually the girls first, the son-in-laws, because they were the oldest. And when they came into the business, I could tell that their interest went up, so that was rewarding also. But it's been I've talked to a lot of people in the industry about what works, what don't work. And I didn't want to be the owner of this business 100% when I turn 70 years old. I think that has to be the next generation.
It's like I said, Ron has been planning this for quite some time, and it's evolved a little bit. It's changed slightly because of the roles that we have too. So
Ron started it, but I think the four of us are definitely making it our own business now. We're putting our own touches, our own, we think we can do this better or change this, or not that Ron did a bad job, he did a fantastic job. It's just that as time goes on, Chandler Feed needs to adapt and change to what the customer needs.
Well, I think it gives us, for me anyway, it gives me a sense of, integrity, knowing that it's something that, for me, it's something that that I can make a difference in. I make it, but I also think it brings along that non-corporate type mentality where, it's almost like a family type setting, and that's how we try to work it with our employees. That's how we try to, does it always go the way we want it to? Does it always go the way that we mean it to? Absolutely not, when you start getting more employees and stuff, but that is what we try to do, and so I think that just that aspect there, is a big deal.
There's his first statement, integrity, having control of the business, sense of pride. I think every one of us have enormous pride when we put on a Chandler Feed shirt in the morning, or a hat, or just go to work, what our trucks look like, what our businesses look like. And with that having a family-owned business, it gives us the opportunity to use it how we see fit. Hopefully that's to build God's kingdom is the ultimate goal. And I'd say that's our ultimate passion. Chandler Feed we see as a tool that God has blessed us with.
To go off of that with what Derek said and what Al said, that's why integrity is so important. Integrity and honesty, and that's we really run Chandler Feed off of integrity. If we see something that's not right, and we make mistakes, we're all human, but if we see a mistake that we can fix, we're going to fix it right now.
And we'll make it right.
And we'll make it right. Sometimes we're not aware of those mistakes and we have to correct them after the fact, but for our customers and for us as a family, we need to be able to sleep at night. So it has to be done right or it's not done at all.
Well, the buck stops with us, so to speak. I mean, we're not working for somebody else. So if something ain't right, it reflects on who we are. It's not, it's the company. It reflects on us because we feel that the company is part of us, part of the family.
I think Chandler Feed will continue to grow. I think that's the hope of all of us, but technology is one area we're growing. Footprint, I guess, area is another one. We hope to grow in customer service. I think ultimately, like Derek said, we got to grow God's kingdom too, so that's all part of it.
I think everybody wants to see their business grow, whether it's a farming operation, whether it's a business, whatever it is, whatever you're involved with, right? Because it gives you a sense of that you are accomplishing something, Success. However, growth, to me is not just size. Growth to me is integrity, it's honesty, it's if we didn't have those things, then to me, I would rather see us not grow in size and stay smaller and hold those values. So, that's one of the biggest challenges that we work with is as we grow, it's a neat thing to see, but we want to hang on to those values. We want to hang on to that integrity. We want to hold on to all those things and be a good place that people can come to work, be a good place that people can get feed, be a place that is, a pleasing place, to be around. And so that's our thing as we grow, I think, is that we like to look at all those characteristics as we do it.
And I've heard it said a different way about a different entity, but will the community or the communities that you are located in, would they miss you if you were gone? We would like to think that, hey, we are providing a valuable service, we're providing social and economic benefits to our employees, to the community, and to the customers we serve. So would like to keep that going.
Most definitely.
Every decision needs to be made with the customer in mind, the community in mind, and with God in mind.
establish a work environment that builds character, and to use the gifts and talents that God has given each of us to better our communities and the world around us.